Be Scott Bailey in the 36 car. Ricky Brett, he's been scratched by the looks of it. Don't see him out there. Okay, so we've got grid 1 Scott Bailey. Grid number 2 will be Ethan Smith. For this, at this stage, we'll say that grid 3 is going to be blank. Just shuffle them up a line, eh? 84 Ben Morgan from 4. James Thompson, the toast of the coast, from grid number 5, and Kimberly Yateman in the 12 car will start from grid number 6. The 38 rather of Aaron Findlay from 7, and car 97 Cameron Soul from grid 8. Great heat win earlier in the evening for Cameron Soul. Montana Jameson, car 17 from 9, and Isabel Clark in the 7 car from 10. From grid number 11, the 99 of Logan Scammell and Blake Findlay. Car 83 will start from grid number 12. Mike Bell in the 48 from 13. Mark Morrison, the 19 from 14. Marty Knight's out. Jason Graham's out. More scratchings in a flea convention. And from the back row will be the 5 of Tim Yellowlees.
So can the young fella Ethan Smith make the best of his first grid draw here? I'm sure Scott Bailey's going to have something to say about that, and the very fast Ben Morgan just in behind will be looking to take out a championship tonight as well.
Yeah, she's going to be a rip of a race, this TQ feature race. Canterbury Championships at stake. Let's turn them loose. And Ethan Smith in the 91 car got a beauty start. He's going to lead them down the back chute past the Value Cars Warehouse Grandstand. Tucked in nicely behind him, the 36 of Scott Bailey. Then we go to the 82 of James Thompson. 84. And that is, of course, Ben Morgan. He sits there in 4th position right now. Kimberly Yateman in 5th. And then we go to the 38 of Aaron Findlay. Yellow lights on. Tim Yellowlees turns the Valvoline number 5 around, just exiting the We Buy Cars Town Bend.
Well, I tell you what, there's a few drivers sweating on that restart. Ethan Smith got an absolute flyer. The young fella is taking it to the more experienced drivers. Let's see how this 17-year-old kid can handle the pressure. It'll be a great result. We're all rooting for you, Ethan, and hopefully you can get that 91C car up into the podium position. So Scott Bailey, one of the more experienced drivers, and Ben Morgan just in behind. You're going to have to work for it, son, and let's hope we can see Ethan Smith up there somewhere.
Well, you look at the drivers that are tucked in and around him. Scott Bailey, a seasoned pro. James Thompson, he's been around an awful long time in TQ racing. Ben Morgan, one of the most promising drivers in the country. Then we've got Kimberly Yateman and Aaron Findlay. He goes early. He knows when he wants to pull the trigger. So it's Ethan Smith in the 91 car. James Thompson, he moves up into 2nd spot right now. Big battle going on between the 2 orange cars. The Access Band 36 of Scott Bailey in 2nd, and then Ben Morgan in 3rd. Aaron Findlay and Kimberly Yateman having a real good old scrap there for 5th and 6th. But Ethan Smith, he is not faltering at this stage. Runs a good tidy line into the corners. James Thompson in behind him. It may well be one of those classic cases where Thompson's going to have to dig very deep into the box of experience. Big old drag race down the front straight here. Thompson just can't quite clear the front end of the 91 car. That gives Smith the right of way into the corner. So it's Ethan Smith, James Thompson, Scott Bailey, and the 45 of Ben Morgan. They are the front 4. Montana Jameson starting to make her presence felt as she works through the traffic. She's got Cameron Soul in behind her. Just got a little bit sideways on in the corners. It is a 15-lap race, so this lap, there's 6 in books, 9 to go. There's the 7 of Isabel Clark retiring to the infield. In the meantime, Ethan Smith, boy, Thompson is very much applying the blowtorch right now. Smith, he's just not putting a foot wrong. Sorry, it was Thompson saw the gap and he took it. Smith just makes a little bit of contact as they exited the corner, but maybe Smith's car is going to favour a tighter run through the corners than James Thompson's. So the seasoned campaigner, James Thompson, now, as we said earlier, the Canterbury Championship could head over the Southern Alps, and it is James Thompson. He is the man doing the job right now, just starting to pull away from Ethan Smith in the Althurn Windows machine. Scott Bailey still hanging on to that third spot. Aaron Findlay has moved up into fourth, pushing Morgan back. Yellow light comes on. We've got one around down there.
Well, there you go, Ruapuna. It was James Thompson applying all the pressure, and he got himself past Ethan Smith and started to make a big gap as well. So that Greymouth car is a absolute flyer. So Ethan Smith will get another chance with this restart. He'll be up nice and close. So let's hope he can make some forward momentum. I see Scott Bailey's there. Aaron Finlay's made his way through the pack as well. And Ben Morgan sitting there in fifth. So it's all the heavyweight drivers at the front here, AJ. And let's see if James Thompson can become the Canterbury champion. And I'm sure everyone in the stadium's hoping that the young fella, Ethan Smith, can make his way forwards.
Yeah, well, our statistician Gavin Searles just informed us that James Thompson's actually defending the Canterbury Championship.
Yep.
So is he going to go... going to back up last year's win? Ethan Smith, well, he's certainly the boy for the occasion, isn't he? All sorts of ducks and drakes stuff going on, but being the pace setter gives you that huge advantage. You know when you're going to go, the others are just simply guessing. And so James Thompson, very experienced driver, he leads the charge. Smith in second, Bailey in third. Aaron Findlay starting to really come on as this race goes through its distance. Ben Morgan, he's just been shuffled back to fourth, and now he's got young Blake Findlay starting to make his presence felt. So the Findlays into the top six. And Kimberly Yateman, she's starting to mount a late charge. It's all in vain as they look at James Thompson disappearing into the darkness. 3 laps to go this time across the NPD 100% fuel start finish line. It's James Thompson, followed by Ethan Smith, with Scott Bailey hanging on to that third spot. Then we've got Aaron Findlay, Kimberly Yateman, Ben Morgan and Blake Findlay. Boy, he's timed the run to perfection, hasn't he, James Thompson? Looked like those early laps he was just mounting the pressure and waiting to see what sort of chance he was going to get, and he took it. White flag about to fly. Scott Bailey, he pulled right up beside Ethan Smith. Couldn't make anything stick, but now Bailey's got the inside running. Smith just clears him. That last lap charge going on here. James Thompson is going to take out the Canterbury TQ Championship, making it successive wins on that. And then we go back to the 91 of Ethan Smith. Scott Bailey will finish in third, and fourth will be Aaron Findlay, Kimberly Yateman fifth, Ben Morgan sixth.
Yeah, great stuff. James Thompson, our Greymouth visitor, takes out the Canterbury Championship for the TQs. A very convincing win once you got past Ethan Smith. Congratulations to Ethan, the youngster, 17 years old, gets second in the Canterbury Championship. He led it for a few laps, and the very consistent Scott Bailey taking out third. So a great result there, folks. James Thompson, our our continuing Canterbury champion. Here they go, folks. 3 wide salute for you. Give them a clap as they come round. James Thompson, congratulations again, mate. A great result for you and the Greymouth TQ Club. You've done very well. Ethan Smith and Scott Bailey. Here he comes, folks, the Power Farming TQ into victory lane. A great result by our Greymouth visitor, James Thompson. A big racing family. They've got the boys in the quarter midgets and the 2 brothers that race the TQs. That's a very pleasing result over there, Louise. I'm sure they're very pleased about getting that Canterbury Championship backed up 2 years in a row. Give him a hand there, folks, as he gets out of his cab and salutes the crowd with the checkered flag. Well, it was an epic race there, Louise. He had to fight your younger brother, but he managed to put the move on, and James Thompson showed us all his class and why he is the current Canterbury champion, and he's now defended it.
Firstly, congratulations. That was a hell of a race. You obviously were sitting second there for a while. You had the speed. Were you just waiting for the right moment to make that pass?
Yeah, just I noticed his car was going off and he's getting a bit slower, but he did a hell of a job, mate. He's going to be the next big thing, eh? Oh, he's good. Yep.
And this is a beautifully presented race car. You've obviously travelled a long way to be here, all the way from the West Coast. So do you have anyone you'd like to thank?
A big thanks to Holly, Power Farming and JCB Construction and Coastwide Hydraulics for giving us a vehicle to come over. Cheers.
Awesome. Well, our Canterbury Championship for the TQ class will be actually headed to the West Coast. So congratulations.